Hello and welcome, everyone. We're so happy to have you here with us. Let us know where you're joining from in the chat. Hello and welcome to everyone. We're so happy to have you here with us. If you can pop in the chat and let us know where you're joining from, we'd love to see. Colorado, Atlanta and Utah, Virginia. I'm here in Portland, Oregon, LA, Iowa, Texas. We got people from all over. Welcome, everyone. So happy for you to be here with us. Trinidad and Tobago. Louisiana. Lots of representation from all over. I don't know where the Boundary Waters Canoe area, northern Minnesota. Sounds very interesting. Arizona. Hello and welcome to everyone. We're just going to give it a minute or two here to let people join. New York and Florida, welcome. Okay, it looks like we have a good crowd here today. Thank you all for joining. So my name is Amanda Ladin, and I'm happy to be here with you today. Just as a reminder, we are recording this session, so your lines will be muted. You can put your questions in the chat section or in the Q&A section. We will be sending out a recording of the webinar as well as a copy of the slides, and we will also have information for how you can contact the college for more information and with questions at the end of the presentation. So make sure if you have questions to reach out either here during this webinar or then of course through one of our communication channels, and we will be sure to get the presentation out to all of you. So as I mentioned, my name is Amanda Ladin and I'm the Dean of Aromatherapy here at ACHS. I've been very blessed to be a professor here for over 10 years. And I'm excited to share with you about this new micro-credential. So a little bit about me. I am a practicing herbalist and aromatherapist here in Portland, Oregon since 2007. And I have a background in chemistry, and I'm very proud to be a registered aromatherapist and be very active in the aromatherapy community through our different professional organizations. And I'm really blessed to get to lead some of our accredited aromatherapy programs here at ACHS. But I'm excited to share with you about this micro-credential offer that we have created. So here at ACHS, this is our mission to lead the advancement of evidence-based integrative health and wellness education through experiential, online, and sustainable practices. We really do specialize in both of these areas here at ACHS with online learning and sustainable practices. And we accomplish this mission through our vision of integrative health and wellness education being accessible to global communities, promoting sustainable and healthy futures for all. We try to keep those at the forefront of everything we do here. So today in this webinar, I'm going to introduce you to ACHS as a world leader in aromatherapy education. So ACHS was founded in 1978 and really helped to pioneer distance and online education, specifically in holistic health. We also had some of the first accredited degree programs in aromatherapy, which we are very proud of. And we had the first accredited Masters of Science in aromatherapy in the United States. We continue to have that program. And our founding president, Doreen Peterson, really was a pioneer in holistic health and specifically in aromatherapy, and really lent all of her talents and abilities and leadership to helping cultivate professional aromatherapy in the US and globally. So all of our aromatherapy programs are built on that history of excellence, and we have fantastic experts that work here in our programs. So this is really a new type of offering. All of our other aromatherapy programs are accredited here at ACHS, and we wanted to create a micro-credential, which is not an accredited program. It's a smaller program for individuals who may have different aromatherapy education needs, or maybe wanting to try out some ACHS aromatherapy training before they launch into one of our bigger programs. So today I'm going to show you an overview of this new ACHS Holistic Aromatherapy for Integrative Health Micro-Credential, and I'm going to do my best to answer these 4 questions for you. So we're going to look at what is taught in this Micro-Credential. We're going to explore who's a good candidate for this Micro-Credential, meaning is this maybe a potential program for you? What are the benefits of this Micro-Credential? And then, of course, how can you get started with this Micro-Credential? So we may as well start at the beginning with what is aromatherapy? It's more common now. When I first came into the field, aromatherapy wasn't really even that common of a term, and most people would ask me, what is that? So aromatherapy is actually a difficult modality to define. A broad definition is the intentional, safe use of plant essential oils to promote health and wellness, which you can tell is a very broad description and encompasses a lot of uses of essential oils. So we're going to utilize essential oils through several methods of use, including inhalation and topical applications to support wellness. Typically in the United States, internal use of essential oils through supplements is not part of aromatherapy practice, but essential oils are definitely utilized that way in pharmacy and other aspects. So aromatherapists play a special role in integrative health. Aromatherapy can be used alone as a complementary modality or integrated into other modalities. And we see evidence of both of these things happening. Aromatherapy is being beautifully incorporated into holistic nursing, for example. It's used sometimes in dentistry, in therapy, in hospice care. But we also see it used as in standalone situations. And we really wanted to create a micro-credential that spoke to people who were using aromatherapy in all of these different ways. So we talked about aromatherapy being part of integrative health, and we said that this is holistic aromatherapy for integrative health. So what is integrative health? Integrative health, as you can see here, sits in the middle of a big Venn diagram of many things that are overlapping. So we see conventional medicine, we see self-care, where individuals are empowered to support their own health, which is very important. And then we see complementary and alternative medicine. Even though some people would call this traditional medicine, they would say it's not alternative, but more traditional. So whatever term you might like here, but this integrative medicine sits in the middle, where we are integrating all of these together and we're using them to support each other. And integrative health practitioners really are providing bridges. And I think that that's very important. It's very easy to get isolated. And I think when I see the best outcomes in my own work is when all the tools are used together safely to support an individual. And that's exactly what integrative health is focused on doing. And that's where we will see things like aromatherapy be able to be incorporated into a clinical setting is through the mindset of integrative health. So this really provides opportunity for individual wellness support. And that's very key to successful outcomes, is being able to individualize it to meet that person's needs. So this is what integrative health is, and we know that integrative health is growing, and the need for integrative health professionals is growing. We've seen this trend consistently happening, and it's predicted to continue to happen. The needs in healthcare are changing, and the need for integrative health is becoming more and more prevalent, and having individuals trained in these modalities and looking for ways to integrate it, as we just talked, is very important. So aromatherapy is a component of that. The global aromatherapy market continues to grow year after year. I've seen predictions of this 1.6 billion from 2020 turning into 9 billion in the next 10 years. But even since 2020, the market has grown, and we see that it's becoming more diverse. So the biggest sector is still home use, but hospitals and clinics and spa and wellness centers is growing to make up about half of the market now. And then, of course, we see it also used in more specialized settings. So while we're seeing more diversification of the use of aromatherapy globally, we're also still seeing a predominance of product-based aromatherapy, but the service component of aromatherapy is beginning to grow, meaning that the value of having a trained professional deliver the aromatherapy is starting to grow. So creating better aromatherapy products is necessary through education, and then being able to deliver informed services is also necessary through education. So that being said, let's take a look at what you will learn in this micro-credential. I'm not seeing any questions yet, but if you have any, you're more than welcome to put them in the chat. So here are our program learning outcomes for this micro-credential. So we're really going to start at the beginning. So we're going to discuss the modern and historical definitions and practices of aromatherapy. This is so important because understanding where the modern day aromatherapy practice came from really helps us to understand it. And some things have changed a lot in aromatherapy, and some things really have not changed because the key part of what makes aromatherapy work are the plant essential oils, and being able to interact with them is actually a very gentle and non-invasive modality, and so much is accomplished just through inhaling the essential oils and smelling them. So we will start with, what is aromatherapy, and really myth busting some of the misconceptions around aromatherapy, and giving all the participants a great foundation and understanding where aromatherapy came from and where it's at today. A big part is we're going to look at how aromatherapy interacts with key body systems to create physiological and psychological effects. This is so empowering because it takes us out of the language of this essential oil is good for this, and really getting into understanding how essential oils interact with the body to potentially create physiological and psychological effects. So this really takes your own understanding of aromatherapy and essential oils to the next level, and empowers you to start being able to make choices with how you're using essential oils. The next program learning outcome is identify the aroma profile, the key chemical constituents, and therapeutic uses and safety guidelines of core essential oils used in aromatherapy. This is really important. So even if you're just purchasing essential oils on your own for home use, you want to know this information because it'll help you to understand what it is that you're using when you open a bottle of essential oil. Essential oils are very concentrate. They are not diluted in any way, so that when you open up a bottle of essential oil, it is pure chemical constituents from the plant. And it's important to understand how they smell. It's important to understand the safety information for each of the chemical constituents in an essential oil, and then also what they do. So really understand, that it is chemical constituents of the essential oil that help to create the therapeutic uses, and then also which ones have specific safety guidelines that we need to be aware of. So you're going to be very empowered after taking this class to understand these key aspects of important essential oils in aromatherapy. And then, of course, we're relating them back to understanding how they interact with body systems to create different types of effects. And then we're going to round out the program by practicing this. So you're going to get to learn how to make essential oil blends. You're going to get to practice making different types of preparations. And most importantly, you're going to practice applying that to meeting a client's needs. Now, that client might be you or a family member, or it might be another individual in a professional setting. But you will get to practice that. So it's not just information, but you're getting to learn how to use it. So we're going to take a look at each of the 4 classes to see. So this micro-credential is composed of 4 classes, and I'm going to walk you through the learning outcomes for each of the 4 classes so you can kind of get a sense of what is taught in each of the classes. Okay, so here is class 1. I do see some chats. So yes, there is sustainability. There is a part of one of the classes focused on sustainability. We get to look at some of the plants specifically that are impacted by overharvesting and non-sustainable practices. So yes, that is definitely touched on in this micro-credential. All right, so here we are in course 1. So we're going to start, like I said, with accurately describing aromatherapy as a modality in the modern and ancient context. We're going to get to look at what is an actual essential oil. So this is going to help you understand how to distinguish it from a whole plant, from an alcohol extract, from different types of extraction methods. So an essential oil really is defined by exactly what types of constituents we will find in the method of extraction that is used. We're going to look at how 3 key types of aromatherapy application methods: topical, inhalation, and internal. We're going to look at the general uses of these types of applications and best practices guidelines for each of these 3 types of aromatherapy applications. And again, the internal component is more to understand why it typically is not used in general aromatherapy, but you are going to be exposed to it. So we wanted to give some information around that. So we're going to then look at the olfactory system. So that's our sense of smell, and our limbic system, which is part of our brains that processes memory and emotion. And the olfactory system and limbic systems are really connected to one another. And it's really key actually for how aromatherapy works. So we're going to explore that here in class 1. And we're also going to look at the structure and function of the integumentary system, which is our skin, which is also really important in aromatherapy because we predominantly do inhalation and topical applications. And you can use aromatherapy to support the skin. One of our professors, Margaret LaPierre, is a master esthetician, and she's incorporated aromatherapy into her work. And we're also going to then start with our essential oil materia medica. We're going to look at 5 Lamiaceae plant family essential oils: lavender, lavandin, clary sage, rosemary, and peppermint. So those are really common, like big powerhouses in aromatherapy. So that's going to be your first class. And the classes are great because you go in, we have a beautiful e-textbook in this program. You get to do the reading, and then we have all these quick check questions where you can check yourself with it. We have opportunities to, if you get the course kit, to interact with these essential oils and to practice with them. So it's very fun, beautiful class to be in. Check the chat here. So I have a question here about the Master of Aromatherapy. So the diploma in aromatherapy is one of our accredited programs at achs. So this would not be as involved as the diploma in aromatherapy. Some of the content is similar to content that you would learn as part of your classes in an accredited program, but this is really more of the beginning stages of aromatherapy training. I'm not sure, Bonnie, if the course kit is a separate payment. I will but we can find that out and get that information to you. Okay, so here we are in class 2. So this is where we're going to get into some of the legal, ethical, and privacy issues and best practices around that for the aromatherapist. This is really important. Here is where we're diving into the sustainability issues related to essential oils and aromatherapy. Really interesting. I was very blessed back in 2018 to get to teach in Hawaii with our founding president, Doreen Peterson. And we went to a sandalwood reforestation project there in Kona, outside of Kona in the mountains. And we got to participate in helping to plant baby sandalwood trees. And we have some great clips from that trip in some of the sustainability lectures. Also, Doreen has traveled globally and really worked on many sustainability issues related to aromatherapy and essential oils. And we also have information from some of her trips in there. So we really try to connect to our work. So yes, we definitely touch on sustainability. This is where we get into the basic biological chemistry and aromatherapy. So this is an area that I love teaching. The lectures in here on chemistry are ones that I made myself. We look at the different types of essential oil constituents, and I really break it down, starting with, what is a carbon atom, and really getting into how plants make essential oils and the different types of these constituent structures, and really empowering you around that. We also look at some general cellular structures and types of cells that we might interact with in aromatherapy. And then for the essential oils in this class, we're going to be looking at rose and sandalwood and ylang-ylang and ginger and pine. And part of the sustainability lectures are also around sandalwood, which is also an endangered species. It is fun, Bonnie. I agree. So, Rachel, that's a great question. And that's part of what we teach here is how to distinguish how to be able to do quality assessment for essential oils. Because you're right, we want to make sure that we're working with, pure and authentic, unadulterated essential oils. So that's part of what we learn in these classes. Okay, so there we are with class 2. Oh, did I skip a class? I feel like maybe I did. My apologies, everyone. I did skip a class. I apologize. That was class 3. I think my slide moved on me there. So in course 2, we look at essential oil quality, which one of our participants was just bringing up. This is so important because you can purchase essential oils and there's so many places to purchase them. And we want to be able to know, how do I know if I'm getting a quality essential oil? We really want to practice being able to use safety when we're creating different types of aromatherapy preparations and understand if it's a specific effect that we want to create with an essential oil. We want to understand if we're choosing the right application method. We want to understand, the mechanisms behind how essential oils create the effects that we're trying to produce for a person, whether it's a physical effect or an emotional effect. We want to understand which body system we're trying to work with to help create the effect that we're looking for. And so here we introduced the nervous system. So we started with the olfactory system and the limbic system, so the different brain centers that we work with for emotional regulation. And then the nervous system is another really important body system that essential oils interact with to help produce many of the effects that they're very valued for. And then also the endocrine system. So the endocrine system and nervous system are stimulated when we inhale essential oils, and it starts to work with the olfactory system, which sends different information to our different brain centers. And then those brain centers stimulate changes in our nervous system and endocrine system. So this is really important foundational aromatherapy information here in course 2. And then we look at these beautiful, beautiful Rutaceae plant family essential oils. So this is our citrus family, neroli, which is from bitter orange blossoms, sweet orange, lemon, bergamot, and then 2 Cupressaceae plant family essential oils, cypress and juniper. I love both cypress and juniper. They're some of my favorites, and neroli is also a favorite of mine. So this would be a really beautiful collection of essential oils to get to explore here in course 2. This is an overview, Camilla, but you hang out with me, you're going to get a little bit of training. I can't help it. It's just, it comes out. Jessica, you could look at it as a continuation, but this is actually designed to start at the beginning of aromatherapy training for individuals. Okay. So I already looked at course 3 with you, and then here we are in class 4. So this is where we're going to start getting into the structure and function of the joints and skeletal system. And I love that we do that, because so many people have questions about how these different body systems work. So they might be wanting to support a particular body system for themselves. And I think that that's such a great way to view it, rather than looking at this essential oil is good for this. We're really looking at body systems, and then we're understanding how aromatherapy and essential oils can interact with those different body systems. And joints and skeletal system is one that many people have questions about. Here we also get to look at carrier oils. And so these are our fatty oils like olive oil or macadamia nut oil. And other diluents. So diluents are things that we dilute essential oils in. So almost always essential oils need to be diluted to interact with the body. So we talked about how essential oils are very concentrated. And when we extract them from the plant, they're 100% concentrated. So then typically we need to then redilute them when we're going to introduce them to the body. So course 4 is when we really dive deeply into how to design and create an effective essential oil blend. I have wonderful lectures in here looking at different blending strategies, from perfumery notes to focusing more on therapeutic actions. So that's really fun component of course 4. Then we look at 3 Myrtaceae plant family essential oils: peat tree New Zealand, which is also called Manuka; peat tree Australia, which is what's commonly called peat tree; and then Eucalyptus globulus. We also look at an Asteraceae plant family essential oil, which is Roman chamomile; and Geraniaceae plant family essential oil of geranium. And then we really dive deeply into how to create an aromatherapy support plan. So we start with how to do a client intake interview. And we have some wonderful vignette videos so you can practice that and what that would look like to if someone wants to get aromatherapy support. Yes, Jessica, I would say that some of this content is very similar to what you would find in Aroma 101 and Aroma 203 in our accredited courses. You do not have to be a licensed healthcare professional to be certified for aromatherapy. No. But if you are a licensed healthcare professional, I guarantee you that your clients or patients are using aromatherapy, and it would be really supportive to have some training in aromatherapy, if nothing else, to be able to answer their questions. So building on understanding the strategies and the process of creating a support plan, you're going to complete 5 case studies to finish this program. And these are interactive, virtual, hypothetical client cases. And I'm really proud of the design on these. We use a little bit of gaming strategy to help build them. So if you've ever seen those children books where you get to choose your own path, those are some of the inspiration points for designing these. So while they are hypothetical, you really have to get into it and make choices to figure out how to create and complete these case studies. So, you know, as part of this, we're going to understand how to use client intake information to guide support plan choices. So really understanding the choices that you're making in creating a support plan. We're going to make the support plan formulas and experience them. So you're understanding, you know, why we chose the application method, why we chose the essential oils that are in there, the formula proportions, and then practice with client instructions. And then we're also going to practice with follow-up scenarios for the clients. So this is what happened. What do you think would be a good follow-up? So this, just to reiterate, once again, this is a non-accredited micro-credential program. So these are not part of our accredited programs. You can take these, and then we're going to look at some options for what you might want to do next. So who would be a good candidate to take this micro-credential? I hope I answered everybody's questions about what will be learned in that essential oil. If I didn't, please feel free to pop into the chat. So who should take this micro-credential? So really anyone interested in beginning their formal aromatherapy training, this is a great place to start. It's really going to get you oriented in the process and give you some things to think about. I tell people, you know, you need to be introduced to things more than once. And so this is a great place to start. And if you continue your aromatherapy training, some of it you're going to hear and see and do again, and that's okay because it's going to make you really understand it. If you are a current health or beauty professional and you want to incorporate aromatherapy into your current worker services, this is a great program for you to start with. And it may meet all of your needs, or it may leave you wanting more and saying, you know what, I don't really quite have enough information, and then you can progress onto another program. If you are an educator or another professional who needs to be informed about aromatherapy because their own clients, patients, the facility you work in, or the school you work in uses aromatherapy, this is a great program for you. So maybe you don't want to necessarily perform aromatherapy for other people, but you need to be informed about it because you're around people who are using it or in a facility that uses it. This is also a great program for you. Okay, so once you finish the micro-credential, how can you use it? Well, first off, you're going to earn a Credly badge from ACHS that you can share on all your socials, your website, your LinkedIn profile. And it's going to show that you have the skills and knowledge and that you are ready to implement them in your professional and personal life. It's going to help you feel confident with safe and proper use of essential oils, which for me, that's like my #1 goal for anybody taking an aromatherapy class. If we don't do anything else, I want you to feel confident that you're going to understand the safety for essential oils. You're going to feel empowered to purchase quality essential oils and to make some aromatherapy products. Now, you may not mass produce aromatherapy products, but you're going to make feel informed in what would create a safe aromatherapy product. You're also going to be supported in starting your own aromatherapy journey, either using single essential oils or creating your own blends and preparations. So these are some big outcomes from this micro-credential. So this is a really information, knowledge-dense micro-credential that's really going to support you with your use of essential oils and your aromatherapy work. Now, this micro-credential is also approved as a level 1 training with the National Association of Holistic Aromatherapy. So if you complete this micro-credential, it qualifies you to apply for a level 1 NAHA certified aromatherapist membership. And benefits of this membership are you get to use the NAHA logo and trademark seal use. So you will get a digital similar to the badge that I just showed you, and you can also add that to your website and your socials. You get a discounted membership with the Associated Bodywork and Massage Professionals, discounted professional and product liability insurance options. You get access to the NAHA monthly webinars, which is great for continuing education, their podcasts, and their quarterly journal. You also get access to the members only portion of their website. There's lots of networking opportunities, discounts on advertising, and more. So, there's also the benefit of getting to begin your first professional membership with an aromatherapy association. Now, if you complete this micro-credential and then you decide, I want to continue with my aromatherapy training, these are some of the accredited programs at ACHS that you can complete in aromatherapy, depending on what type of accredited degrees you already have. So the certificate in aromatherapy and diploma in aromatherapy are both accredited undergraduate programs. You do not have to already have a accredited degree to take them, but they are accredited. And the certificate in aromatherapy would really build on what you started in the micro-credential. The diploma in aromatherapy is a little bit more advanced and encompasses anatomy and physiology courses, our aromatherapy chemistry course. You also get to take a class on coaching and business skills. And then we have the graduate certificate in aromatherapy. These are for individuals who already have a bachelor's degree and want to start some graduate level training. And then we also have our full Master's of Science in Aromatherapy program. And so the diploma in aromatherapy and the Master's of Science in Aromatherapy are really designed for people who want advanced aromatherapy training and want to go for having like a clinical membership. And the certificate in aromatherapy and graduate certificate is more of a level 2 training, or people might have already completed their anatomy and physiology classes elsewhere. So if you take the micro-credential and you want to go on to one of our accredited programs, ACHS registration fee is waived when you register within 60 days of completing this micro-credential. So that's about a $200 savings. And also, if you've joined NAHA, NAHA members receive a 10% tuition discount. So there are some additional benefits here to completing the micro-credential if you want to go on in your aromatherapy training. So the next steps would be that you would go ahead and register for this micro-credential. You can use this link. We'll also send some follow-up emails with links for you to be able to register for that. The way that I find it is going on the ACHS website and searching for it, and it pulls it up. I will tell you that's my own shortcut to being able to locate it on our website. And because it's not accredited, then you're not applying to the school. You can just register for the micro-credential to begin earning this. And we've also put the link in the chat there. Right. And we also have some additional discount codes for you here. So for introductory, 50% off for students and webinar attendees, we have this wonderful code. And then if you share 30% off with friends and family, we also have another code here for you to use. So those are fantastic supports. Thank you so much. We also have our aromatherapy landing page link here in the chat if you want to look at some of our accredited programs and really explore them more and what they encompass. And then this is our admissions team. And so if you are interested in beginning your aromatherapy, your accredited education journey in any of our programs, these are the fantastic admissions team that will help you and be able to answer any of your questions for you. So this is the presentation that I have prepared for you, but I really would love to answer any questions about this micro-credential or any of our other programs that I can help you with. Is there anything that I did not share enough about when I was describing this micro-credential? Is there any more information that you would like to have? Okay. Someone asked earlier if there is a training. I'm happy to also try to answer some aromatherapy questions related to this micro-credential. If there's not questions, I always feel like I did a good job. I feel like then we covered all the information, but I'm happy to answer any additional questions. I'm seeing lots of thank yous here. So Jessica, I do believe that the discount code that we looked at here says for students and webinar attendees. So yes, that would apply to students. Okay, wonderful. Do graduate certificates qualify you for a NAHA level 1? So I see a question here from Casey. Casey, I recognize your name. So yes, graduate certificates qualify for more than a level 1, but yes, reach out to me and we'll get that question answered for you. You don't have to be accepted into the school to take this because it's not an accredited program. So it's a different process than being accepted into one of the accredited programs. Yes, Casey, happy to help you. Any other questions for me? Anyone here online that's already a healthcare professional and had questions about how they might use this with their clients? Any questions for us? You can also email me as is in the chat, amandalatin@achs.edu. I'm happy to try to answer any questions that you all might have about any of our programs. Okay, wonderful. Well, it doesn't look like we have any additional questions for me. So thank you so much for joining us. And I hope I get to meet some of you someday in the future or have you in one of my classes. That's always my favorite. And I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you all so very much.